Hey guys, this is Charles from nomadcharles.com. We have Yvonne with Mokrin House.
That's good.
And today we're going to give you a quick tour of a really cool building in Mokrin House.
Well, we spoke a little bit before that how everything is pretty much modular in our estate. It's a similar case with this particular object or this particular building. During the day, this is normally a cafeteria. Let me just turn down the music a little bit.
Yep.
So normally this is a cafeteria.
Are there lights that we can flip on?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on.
Oh, awesome.
So, this is it. But yeah, depending on what we do, we can just put out the tables, roll down that kind of covers for the kitchen, pull out the projector and have like a movie night or have kind of like a business conference style kind of like presentation and stuff like that. The whole building is covered with speakers, so that means you can only do with like if you have a presentation that requires a mic or something like that, it can be handled. And we used to use it, for example, in the evening. Sometimes we organize events for the locals. What we're trying to do, we're not trying to be like a secluded co-working space or a secluded island in this community, in the local community. Therefore, we have events that are just for the local community. So, for example, this whole summer, we organized every Wednesday night, we had a movie night here. And that meant that we showed some educational and some documentaries as well to the local community, because here in this particular area, the cinema doesn't run for the past 20 years. So, people who used to come from 15, 20 kilometers just to come to check out a movie. And yeah, so during the winter, on that up on the top, I don't know how much is seen, but like this is where some of our bathrooms are. But on top, right there, we use it as a winter garden, which means that there are some plants that just can't survive sometimes harsh winters here in Mokrin. It tends to snow, it tends to be below 0 Celsius. When that happens, they wouldn't survive, so that's why we put them somewhere up here. And it becomes almost like our winter garden, so it's like a little botanic garden as well. So, and yeah, but during the regular times, and this is just toilets and kind of like restrooms and kind of like that. So yeah, this is our cafeteria and main, let's say, object building where we host some events and stuff like that.
You guys also have a cafe, right?
Yeah. Therefore, basically, we have a regular cafe that both co-workers. A lot of the ball
Yep.
So where we can host when people come here, want to chill out after dinner, watch a game, even on the projector. We have a regular cafe and you can get a bottle of wine or a glass of wine, get some coffee in the morning, or like extra coffee and stuff like that. So it's a regular kind of cafe. And but yeah, when you need to change it and when you need to repurpose the entire space, we close it off. It becomes like almost like a sterile business kind of environment, and you can use it depending on what you want, what you need in that particular place.
Yeah, one of the really cool things about Mokrin House is they really want to take care of all the hassles that you have in your daily life so you can focus on your work. So there's a whole team of people and they just focus on hospitality. Or if at any time you want a cappuccino or any sort of coffee made, then there's somebody there to help you out.
Our general idea is that we want you to come to Mokrin House when you have a project you're working on either alone or with your friends or a team, something like that, and you come in and we want you to focus on your work. Therefore, we take away that kind of hassle. We clean your room. If you want, we can do your laundry. We can, like as you say, we serve 3 meals a day. There's nothing really in that particular thing that you need to worry about during the day, just to work and to relax. Also, since we're building an international community here, our idea is that part of your daily activities is also networking, meeting different people from all around the world, bouncing off ideas of each other regarding your businesses, regarding your future projects, regarding your lifestyles. So that kind of idea is what we're all about. And because you are isolated in a positive way, but isolated here in the rural surroundings, there's not much to do around. Therefore, you focus on yourself and on the people around you, and people get to become friends much quicker than like they would in a regular city or like in a regular co-working space, because you're literally turned around towards each other. There's no like, you know, events with friends outside or family, or that, you know, you're really focused on each other, and that brings a better and a stronger connection much quicker than it would happen in any other space.
Yeah, one of the terms that really stood out as we were having this conversation last night was you mentioned positive isolation.
Yeah.
Because I think today there are just so many distractions in the world. I mean, the moment you walk in Mokrin House, you don't see a single ad anywhere. You don't see any sort of messaging that stimulates your brain, and it really helps you focus on your work. And everything here just speaks focus.
What I really also liked what one of the guys said last night, you're not experiencing FOMO, you know, there's no fear of missing out, because, I don't know, and that kind of sets you free to do whatever you want. And what generally gets to be the trend, people here, they start doing things that are like, you know, I haven't gotten to like that email or that project or that idea in months, you know, like, and then now I suddenly have the time. One of the girls that last night mentioned I wanted to paint for so long, and I didn't get the time, you know, I didn't do it. And then the first time she came, she took out like, you know, and she painted for like an hour. I think that's the kind of thing that drives me to lead this project, because I feel the same way. Because before this project came to life, whenever I needed to work, whenever I needed to really focus, I would come here and I would, you know, be so much more productive than I would in anywhere else in the world. So that's why I was like, look, if that happens to me, I must not be that crazy. It's probably that is somebody else, you know, will feel the same. How about we try to do this? How about we try to make it happen? And I think that people are feeling this energy the moment they step in, because, you know, kind of like the rules of the game change when you're outside of the city, when you're inside a space like this that is modern and gives you all the comforts that a regular, you know, like modern lives gives you right now, but also gives you something that we lost and we traded off when we decided to move into the big cities and to modernize ourselves. So yeah, I really think that this is somewhere like a pure balance, like a nice balance. That I think that's honestly what's most important for me at this point.
I think this is awesome. I really resonate with the vision. So thanks for watching. That's it for today's episode. In the next episode, we'll show you the living quarters of Mokrin House. So we got work, we got all the cafes and all the cool entertainment areas covered. But let's take a look at where you might be able to stay.